Hey everyone, Lumen here. Today's game is a special event. We have a quad stream, at least I think we do. Uh, it's a tournament game against Do Academy, WC Frank, and Marushka. And not much more to be said. I put up a multi Twitch link that should work. This pack is pretty lame. Timber Shingle Maker, Master Bricklayer, Clay Warden are all okay, but not great. Homekeeper is more all around solid, so I took it. Hope everyone is doing well today. I know William is on a two-win Tuesday challenge. I don't know how he did in the first game, but I guess it's my mission to make sure his day is one game longer. What are these black lines on this? Oh, have I extended this too far? I think I did it bad. Oh no, those are just the borders I drew. Never mind. Everything's fine. Nothing is broken. I made outlines and I forgot I did that. Okay. Animal rights activist. I don't know what that is. Renovation preparer is naughty. I used that in my stream yesterday. In the breeding phase, you get one food for each type of animal for which another player gets a newborn. Yeah, that's hard to read. And I don't think it's going to pay off much. Groom is okay. I have the hint of a Reno strategy with Homekeeper. Interior Decorator could also support Reno. Material Deliveryman is probably a bit weaker than I want right now. Hoof Caregiver is fun. You throw a cattle onto the cow space, and then you get a grain and a food per cow that's on there. Renovation Preparer can do really mean things, though, so I think I have to take it and hunt for crops in a different way. This was in the J3 playtest for Corbarius, and I was pretty vocal about having it excluded from the final set. And it's now weakened by one resource per room, but with certain combos, it just throws off too many resources, in my opinion. Let me see if I can make the chat box a little better here. Does that work? All the J4 cards. Okay. Private Teacher gives you basically a writing desk if all the ox spaces are gone. So it's like good to get your third and fourth Ock, or second and third Ock out in round 1 if you want. Child Ombudsman. If you have room in your house, at the end of each person's action, you can get a growth outside of stage 1 at the cost of 2 points. That doesn't sound good. Especially with Homekeeper, where I'm going to have extra capacity in my house. Hardworking Man could be useful because I'll have less rooms. Loudmouth. Each time you take at least 4 resources or animals, you get a food. No. Seed Trader, expensive crops. No. Godly Spouse. If you get to grow with the second person you place, you can return the first person home. That could be good. Little stick knitter you can grow on the sheep space without a miner. I think I just take Hardworking Man and hope that everyone else builds a big house. There are many options to use Homekeeper for like 2-room strats or 3-room strats. Day Labor Major could be fun. I mean, I think my other choices are Seed Trader and Godly Spouse, which are just underwhelming. And this, I don't know, feels safer to me. I don't think there's too much naughty stuff that can be done with these. Established Person, that'll be fun with Homekeeper. Sheep Inspector gives you an extra action for a sheep and 2 food, but that's really expensive. Henpecked Husband. I thought this was a J3 card also. Each time you build rooms with the second person, you can return the first person placed if it's not start player. So this is basically Godly Spouse, but for build rooms instead of growth. That's funny. Stable Master might be the best card here, which is saying a lot. I think I take Established Person because it lets me activate Homekeeper quite easily. I plow a field on top of my rooms, I run out of clay for free, and I build 4 wood pasture right there. And then I eventually fence 15 in this box, plow 5 fields. Then I can always use Hardworking Man, Homekeeper. Have space for 3 people. Maybe that works. It also kills other people's reno combos. And getting to clay very fast with Renovation Preparer, it lets me build clay rooms and get stone. So overall, that could be quite powerful. If I manage to get clay supports again, like I did last night, that obviously can break a lot of things. Master Bricklayer, I kind of want someone else to have that in hand. Just because I want other people to build rooms if I have Hardworking Man. Or should I really just not care about it? I don't know. Traveling Players gets me a wood and a veg for a food. On someone else's traveling. Probably just take Woodworker as a sheep source. Or Master Bricklayer as a block pick. Lumber Virtuoso just sounds so hard to use. I'm trying to think of if I saw any other Traveling Players stuff, but I don't think so. So, stuff that triggers on other people fishing or traveling is weaker in revised because the food stacks up to like 4 very quickly, or very easily, I should say. Food is less competitive in the early game. So Lutenist is only going to trigger 2 or 3 times. So I think I'll just take Woodworker. Hoof Caregiver came back, so that's probably even better than Groom. This could give me a few late grain. Yeah. And then Seed Trader. Good enough. All right, and for self-reminder, day labor, build rooms, and major is a potential action space for me later in the game. Okay, this version of Scales is better than the printed version. We need to get this set figured out. Hammer Crusher. Immediately before you renovate to stone, you get 2 clay, a reed, and a rooms action. That's fun. Luxurious Hostel, I'm definitely not going to be satisfying. Horse-drawn boat is good. Feed fence is fun because you can get food for your stables. Stable yard. 3 stables and 3 pastures needed. When you play this card, you immediately get a food for each round left. It's free. Steam Machine gives you a bake action when you use her last action to... I think I saw an oven firing boy get taken. What's Royal Wood? You get half your wood back for each wood you spend on build rooms or stables. I'm not going to be using that. So I think I take Scales because it's really good. So 3 wood Scales with start player, 3 wood again, then get 2 food when I reno with established person, plow a field. Yeah, this seems like a decent enough plan. And then decide if I want to, well, if I build a pasture here, I can build 2 rooms and plow up here, and this could be a homekeeper room. It would be fun to build 2 clay rooms because I'd get 4 stone for doing it. Typically, well, there's also the possibility I just have to build a wood room first because it falls to me, in which case I would, well, no, I think established person into clay is probably just going to be the best play. But in that case, you build a room here, a pasture here, and a field here for homekeeper. It's actually not very hard to trigger it, in my experience. Okay, so these are all very good, and I know it. Uh, Recruitment needs to be played as your last action. If you have room in your house, each time you get a miner, you can do growth instead outside of stage 1. Seems pretty good, but double turn plow is just fantastic. You take a grain and then you start with double turn plow. It's kind of hard to get it out fast with scales, but Yeah. Wood cart is okay. With woodworker, it's probably good enough. Muddy puddles is just amazing. You take a bunch of clay and then you buy all your animals. It's like 7 clay for all animal types and 2 food. So this has to be double turn plow or muddy puddles. And as amazing as double turn plow is, I think I just have to take muddy puddles. Yeah, I hope I don't regret that, but I don't remember a huge source of early grain, and my start player action needs to be scales very early anyway. A sad note for all the combo fans out there, scales does not trigger on passing miners. Thanks, Rilo. Yep, I hope it's a entertaining time for all the watchers. I was afraid this would happen. Uh, how do I not go for this? Whoops. This is hard to pull off. Forrestin throws a bunch of things into the game, and Bierstein is pretty nice. But there is a few cards like this and not much green. I just have to take scales. Uh, yeah, I think I just get to play these twice because of. I mean, everyone else can play scales if they get it, so I should just be able to play this twice, which is pretty unfortunate. But that is going to be funny. What is work permit again? If you have a building resource and a reed, you could basically get a guest if you haven't grown that person yet. That looks good, but I mean, I have to take double scales. So I played the one with no awk requirement first. That must have been a good pack. I mean, a lot of. I expect all of these guys know how good scales is. Muckrake. Not super ideal, but could make it worth it to ignore plows and just build a few more stables outside pastures. It's interesting, but not sure it's worth it. Okay, Studio Boat gives a bonus point anytime you take traveling, so that makes Lutenist a lot better. Whoever has Lutenist. It could have gone unpicked. Dutch Clay Pipe wants to take resources in the work phase. Interim Storage, I think, is pretty good, and not many people play it. Feeding Dish is an okay source of grain. Winnowing Fan is a neat grain to food option. So all 4 of these are usable. I'm only getting 1 card from here. Interim Storage is probably a trap with a small family. Winnowing Fan or Muckrake seem like the best choices. Feeding Dish also could be a trap with a small family. It would not work on Woodworker Sheep either. And I already have Muddy Puddles. So I think I take Winnowing Fan here. Do I? Am I actually going to be playing it? Probably more than Muckrake. More likely. It's kind of a sad pick to make. I guess I could, bake the green that I eventually get on Hoof Caregiver. I will want to play 7 Ox and 7 Mine or 7 Improvements just because of double scales. That's definitely a good enough payoff. All right, what did I say here? I don't need Steam Machine anymore. I'm not going to be triggering Luxurious Hostel. Feed Fence is better for if I took any of the stable stuff, but I didn't. Large Greenhouse is just hard to get. Probably just take Stable Yard as potential point in food. Pig Swill is playable anytime, which is a bonus for triggering scales in a handy time. Bed in the Grain Field probably won't be usable. Sculpture Course is fun. Lets you kill a lot of stone in the game. Pretty good feeding, in my experience. It turns Reedstone food into Reed 5 food once you pay for it. At the end of each action when you sow vegetables, you get 1 food for each veg field. No, that's not good enough. I'll just take Pig Swill. Stable manure needs to be your first improvement? No way. Probably Drinking Trough. I don't want Forest Inn in the game if I'm going 2 rooms. Alright, no matter what, I'm going to be a 3 wood start player here, if I can. It might be okay to ditch the no ox scales and just play the no requirement one. This is so dumb. Uwe, stop giving us cards you already printed. Alright, and I'm start player. Yep, no need to mess around, just get this going. William playing private teacher. Is the extension working, Marushka? Looks like it might not be. Yeah, and I was kind of dumb when I set this up. I didn't let myself manually put things there. Can I reorder this stuff? Yeah, I probably can. Whoops. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so nothing changed there. And then Marushka plays interior decorator. Nope, still doesn't work. I just needed to make it transparent, and I didn't. All right. So start scales here. double scales incoming. It's going to be pretty dumb. The Chris emote is still pending. So kind of annoying. Doe Academy taking 2 wood instead of 2 clay with sheep round 1. William playing Night Worker and Water Ski Acrobat. Water Ski Acrobat already exists as Portmonger and Night Worker. Yep, so he can like take 2 read first action. Whoops. Right? Yep, or 3 wood. And Marushka gets the 2 clay. Looks like we got a little bug. Okay, let's see. Night work. 2 read. Okay. Let's see. I think I just awk, right? Yeah, there's no reason to wait on this. Let's see. I'll play Woodworker now. It's kind of silly. It's just kind of to get a knockout. And then I'm going to start player again, I think, or take 3 wood. Either one's going to be great. I'm not going to leave sheep yet. And then takes 2 clay. So Night Worker for wood next round, it looks like. Oh, Woodworker? Yeah, it could be okay. Uh, yeah. We should probably make a Nuve collection. Yeah, this is pretty silly. Oh, I'm sorry, Marishka. I mean, this. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and Doe plays Childless. That's nice. I love Childless. Yeah, that's true, William. It is kind of a joke. Where's the Agricola law firm? Good question. You say law firm, and I immediately think of uh, I immediately think of the NFL law firm of Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. All right, so it looks like Williams building major immediately. So I don't need to rush established person, I don't think. Marushka running interior decorator is a bit annoying for my reno plans if he's got some small house things. But if the best spot on the board is Akka, I guess I'll Ak. And I can plow first. Doe getting a childless in round 3 is really strong. That's great for him. Yeah, I think I'll just play established person if I don't get... Oh, this is actually really nice night working by William, making sure that you spend the clay, not taking night worker for 3 wood, waiting till you might get 4. Oh, I love childless so much. That's by far a better Ock than what I have here. Four clay is a good take. There are plenty of good things I can do here. Just take piles of resources and maybe decide even later if I'm building a room normally or playing Homekeeper, established person on 2 rooms. I could also just build a 3rd room and fence 15 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 2 by 2. That's also an option. Yeah, Marushka is taking his time, but that's quite allowed when you get forced to be 4th for all first 3 rounds. Yeah, I've been pretty tilted by this situation before. Yes, I posted about this over 2 months ago. All right, and Marishka is gonna definitely run out of clay fast. It looks like. Night work. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, William. Marishka taking Reedstone food doesn't affect night worker. 4 wood. Okay. Yeah, because I could have just taken a sheep, and that would have been really nice. I think I want to wait for the clay to get a bit higher. Could take a sheep here, but no need. Yeah, I'm really tempted to wait longer for um no, I shouldn't wait. I should just play established person next action. I think in general it's important for me to take all the wood that I can though. So right now I think I'm going to fence a 2x1 here, and that'll give me a chance to build a clay room later. And then I can still 1x1 here instead of here and have my 15 fences work out fine. William could take 2 reed here and night work 6 clay next round, potentially. Playing an Ock also seems fine. Oh, fishing, interesting, with a reed from Water Ski Acrobat. And Marushka takes traveling. I guess I'll end up with 5 clay if I play an Ock here. Yeah, that's fine. So I net 3 food, get clay reno for free, and I fence 6. Oh, Doe's gonna take the 4 clay himself on the weak spot, and then William's gonna get the... Okay. Yeah, that's rather smooth. Doe taking another grain seems fine. Probably has a large greenhouse as like a 6th pick or something. So William night works 6 clay, and Doe gets a clay food for that. So Doe's back up to 2 food already. 5 clay, 2 stone, 2 grain. Good position. With Muddy Puddles in hand, it's pretty sad to see all the clay gone. I was trying to get greedy, and Nightworker said no. With stone coming out here, I probably just play Homekeeper or take 3 reed. The 3 reed doesn't do a whole lot, I have to say. It's going to be a while before the clay piles up again. We'll see how Doe plays childless here. When I'm in a position like Doe's, I'm gonna not take start player. I'm just gonna um, oh, double turn plow. Yeah, that needs to come out. William says, I wonder why the hell you were doing that. Yeah. This is a nice double turn plow. I had forgotten about that. It's such a good card. Yeah, Doe having a good game, which is not super surprising when I start player for him, all that in stage one. There are so many potential problems with uh, taking starting player a lot, and helping the person behind you too much is definitely one of them. Again, I mean, I have to try double scales when I have the option to. It's kind of unfair in basically every direction. I didn't want to do this, but here I am. William can Nightwork Stone eventually. I don't have any stone combos, which is unfortunate. Do I just plow? The other option is take food somehow. 3 read doesn't get me there. Yeah, I just plow here. Revised edition, gotta get those plows in. Oh, I guess by fencing this way, I kind of limited myself into having to spend 7 spaces on fencing. I think my next dock is going to be Seed Trader. I didn't find any day labor combos for Hardworking Man. William not night working the 2 stone, but like I said, have to imagine it's going to be 3 stone eligible. Excuse me. Doe takes a veg food here, and I assume is going to grow. Nope, using childless efficiently, let's call it. Electing to, instead of having a third action normally, having that third action be a crop and a food seems fine, especially with no grain right now, apparently wanting a veg from childless at all. Oh, and William's going to start build here. Or at least go for it. Where's my, Oh, you know what I did? I killed my chat box when I was testing something. Alright, so Marushka gets to grow. I guess Doe is growing third. Marushka Woodfield, love that one. Three sheep here, probably. And then 3 wood next move. Or plow. What? It's one field for prereqs. Doe Academy is trying out a beer table. Oh man. Yeah, that one's pretty crazy. No. It's just a field for prereqs. Wise treat it as copes. I mean, if you read it in a different way, then it is, but it literally says plant wood on it, right? I completely disagree with that interpretation. Marushka playing skillful renovator here, nice. Sad that Reno is round 7. So here I could take 3 wood so Marushka doesn't get 6. Or I could take 2 stones so William doesn't get 3. William can feed. I need to start next action anyway. And I'm going to need stone. Just for point ceiling. Oh, William Bros with a wood cart. Wow. I have to start. Marusha's getting 6 wood. Doe gets 4 wood. Yeah, it looks like there's plenty of wood in this game, even when we all didn't take the... Oh, Marushka goes for the reed. Wow. How big trouble do I get in by not growing? Probably enough trouble. Four clay is okay for the hearth, but I really want to be playing Muddy Puddles. I kind of want to build a clay room just to be able to use all this stuff. William taking a 6 wood move. Marushka, I assume, is Reno well pretty soon. I think I have to take this clay here if I want it at all. Over Reedstone, because Marushka's just going to run out well and get 3 wood for the truffles and a bunch of food on future rounds, so... yeah. No, I think everybody gets an F. Marushka does Reno. He takes Basket Maker's Workshop. That's also a pretty good play here. Sebosh coming in to watch. Oh wow, Doe got crop sown. That's awesome. Did he take a grain somehow? Must have missed it. Doe Academy definitely looking good. Yeah, Marushka gets food. I'll grow with Muddy Puddles, I guess. I want to take wood because of how it's good. I guess the well is back in play. Doe got a green food. This is a very nice childless. It'll hit 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6 times. Yeah, 6 crops, 6 food. Just for building your room early and not caring about growing forth, that's pretty strong. Marushka grabs the other clay. And I think I'll take the wood as promised. And this will pay for Seed Trader. I want to have these crops in the ground very soon. Take... I don't need to leave one yet. Doe gets another plow in. Pretty good. His position is very good right now. William's grabbing 3 plus 2 wood. I wouldn't be complaining in your position, Doe. Marushka grabbing the stone. I think I like to see that. William can just build again with the stable or whatever. Not exactly sure what his plans are for stables in general, why he has exactly 1 right now. But yeah, there he goes to get 4. That seems better. And then gets 5 wood back. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, it turns out royal wood can be pretty good when it turns your stables into 1 wood instead of 2, basically. So I saw Groom twice, so Marushka didn't take it. Yeah, it's kind of Ock strength. There's a few miners in Revised that are as strong as an Ock with how much wood they throw in. Marushka's gonna start here. Hammer Crusher. What is this one? Oh, nice. Knight for 2 reed. Or 1 stone. No. Marushka taking reed stone seems good. That's enough reed to run the thing. I'm 1 action short of really fun stuff. Sowing Seed Trader. I feel like I'm being way too nice to Doe here. I probably plow and play an Ock as my last 2 moves of the round. Doe Academy playing Feeding Dish for yet another grain source, which seems like what you want with Beer Table. Yeah, great childless, 6 rounds. William getting 3 sheep. I probably Ock first. And then buy Hearth. Because if I do it in the other order, I don't get my Scales food, which is kind of the whole point of my game. I could just plow here also. Yeah, I think I like my alternatives better. So if Marushka renovates, he gets to force William to take start player. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's fun. He's gonna get 3 wood on his reno action and pay 4 wood total to get bonus points for it. Gosh, Marushka's game is really nice, actually. Okay, so in light of this news, I kind of have to Ock on this space and then hope I get Major Minor for Cooking Hearth. Doe probably doesn't want it. I can emergency feed with uh, the food on Muddy Puddles, but that would be really sad. I think it's possible that Fireplace is better for me than Cooking Hearth, even just saving 1 clay. Could that be right? With the Hearth, I would need a 3 clay grab to finish up Muddy Puddles. That's doable. I think I'm giving up on a 3-room, 4-person game. Oof, Carpenter's Bench for William. I love that miner. Yeah, there were some really good things. Carpenter's bench, wood field, beer table. Probably how I got Scales third is Carpenter's bench, but I'm not sure. You know what I could have done is play Hardworking Man and Day Labor Major. That's a mistake. I played the Ock that I can't use yet. Bad. So William did take start player, anticipating this really cool Reno move. I think he gets to choose. Nope. Skillful Renovator throws wood after you renovate. Yeah, that's too bad. And then food on the next 5 from Interior Decorator. Yeah. And a miner. Oh, on Reno. And then food on the next 5. So I can get 4 wood here. Oh, forgot about beer table. Oh. Oh, boo me. Boo me for forgetting beer table. For forgetting beer table, for not playing Hardworking Man before Seed Trader. Can you use wood defense with? No. Carpenter's bench says only the taken wood. Yep, but fencing 4 for 3 is nice and getting 2 wood back. William's gonna have all the wood this game. Does Scales give me after? Yeah, after. I get a bore on a fencing action. Beer table is indeed kinda sick. William playing Beer Stein. Marushka plows ahead of 4 wood. Like to see it. I think here's where I start taking food so I can get crops in the ground. Then I could just fence. Get a pig. And so. Yeah, that seems like a good enough action. Williams stables are a tiny bit off of perfect because you'd really like to have that stable there and fence a pasture this way and this way because Carpenter's Bench only lets you do one pasture. Marushka took Reedstone. If I want the well, it has to be now, basically. And then I'd still be a Reedstone away from renovating. And I don't want to build the well now because of reasons. Right, that's how that works. Yep. Could be a good time to play Hoof Caregiver. This would kind of make Muddy Puddles obsolete. Doe gets the sow in now, so I'm going to try to sow next round. Yeah, it's a good move. With Beer Table, you really need that. I don't have much to start with, unfortunately. I want to get an knockdown for scales reasons. If I play it now, it's going to be 3 cows on it next round. 2 boar is just a good move. I think I need to ock just to get my ox. Have them keep running. I can probably just ignore Muddy Puddles at this point and maybe buy a clay room. Yeah, I should have played Hardworking Man last time. Doe builds. Not sure I like that move. There is a lot of wood in this game, but not that much. Curious to see what William does here. He's got a lot of wood. I guess he can finally Nightwork Stone. Yeah. And then gets an animal grab. Pretty nice. Oh, he fences. Whoa. I guess that's what he's doing with all that wood. He's not going to get extra. He's just going to fence now. He doesn't need the bonus from Carpenter's Bench. Yeah, I guess if he's not sure he's going to get joinery, then that's probably correct. If Marushka doesn't plow here, I do, and let William decide what animals I get. But I feel like Marushka's probably plowing. Oh, wow, that's right. Because of dough building, I'm going to be able to plow here. And that makes my actions this round plow and animals and sow. I guess the clay spots could be my animal action as well. Oh, dough has bed in the grain field. Okay, cool. Lots of good stuff for dough. I think he might be a bit screwed by the wood situation. I do have a Daylab's Room Major action space. I should remember hardworking man. Private Teacher really is only useful for round 1. It costs too much food to activate twice in stage 1. Soybean meal here. What is this? You get 2 grain for each pasture with exactly 1 sheep in it. Very nice. And then Bierstein, he's going to buy Stone Oven. I mean, I guess I take the 3 boar, right? Such a good action. And then I sow next action. 2 grain and a veg, probably. If I can get 6 clay, then I'll have 3 clay for puddles and 5 for a room. And then I can even build a stable. Woodworker really didn't do much for me with round 1 sheep. Probably better to play something like Hardworking Man. Just be weird. Immediately. Whoa. William bakes 2 grain to hit Bierstein once. It means I don't get sow this round. But it means I get the 2 cows, so who needs muddy puddles? Yep, so I'll eat a boar, get a food from beer table, and breed all. So I have all my crops. I probably put a stable in the small one. Yes, you will feed 7. Yeah, like I said, Doe's got a really nice game if he gets enough wood, but maybe not. Night Work 3 read for William. Seems good. That's some renovation read right there. And family growth flips, which is not plow. I like to see that. I assume William plows here. Yep, it's getting very late in the game for nobody to have fields. Okay, Marushka doesn't start. I could start player beating rod and just use that for Plowso. Hold on. Let me do that first. Whoops. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. 6 clay. Sure. Oh my god. Hold on. This is... Oh, my food situation messed up. I had 9 and I fed 6, right? This is correct. Am I planning to play all my Ox? Possibly. I don't think I need Hoof Caregiver anymore. William getting more wood. I guess it's just going to build a wood room. Marushka grabbing 2 wood. Start player's still around. It looks like I'm not getting that extra room. Should just give up on it. Start player beating rod for Plowso, but then what do I even do here? Doe's already at 5. So I can get to 4 with my last action of the game. Okay. Yep, that's fine. This might be too good for Doe, but... I probably day laborer pottery here, which is a much better use for my stuff than muddy puddles. Use day labor on hardworking, of course. Yeah, Norden, I didn't name these. So William doesn't get the stone oven here. It's probably on Reno. Yeah, you need an extra person. William gets 2 wood back after building the room. That's funny. He doesn't even need it. Marushka takes 2 stone, it looks like. Let's see. DL pottery. I don't get stables on this, right? Yeah. Whoa. All right, how am I getting 10 food? I guess I eat 2 boar, 2 sheep, turn those into 2 grain, 2 veg. That seems fine. And then plow sow. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Pottery, definitely a better use of my stone than renovating. Marushka getting the well. This looks like it could be a close game. No night working. Uh, yeah, this seems okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna have the read to get everything done. William starts with steam machine. Nice. That's actually quite nice. We'll see if Marushka grows. Probably. Maybe 3 wood, though. I will definitely grow here if I can. Yeah, Marushka grabs 3 wood, because Doe needs to fence also. Cool. Yeah, very late well. If it's your setup or if my mic is low. If it's multi-twitch, I recognize that on my computer, multi-twitch really lowers the volume of everyone. Doe says nicely done on the both stage 5 actions. Yeah, 4 food from playing cards seems good. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I never said it wasn't dumb. Yes, I have 2 scales. It's a problem. William gets the cows. Oh, and he's probably gonna get the pigs too. Yes, incredibly balanced. Uh, Unlike William's corner room. Not sure I follow. What does 5 clay get me? 5 clay gets me 3 food, a sheep, and a cow. Oh, Marushka might have manger. It's going plow so plow next round, which means I get growth again. Pretty nice. I'd really like to know who's winning. But this 6 food action isn't that bad. It definitely could be William winning right now. His food is a tiny bit sketchy, but getting to have bake actions twice more just by taking accumulating things. William grows with nothing, so he can take an accumulation spot with his last action. And I think he can just take 5 food and trigger it, which would be pretty nice. Yep. So I'm probably getting a beer. A stable is 2 points for me if I put it in here. Might as well max my sheep because I can max something, and I might as well eat the more impactful animals. No chance of a constable, even though it's only 3 points in this version. Marushka ends up taking a veg. If I had to guess, I'd say William is slightly ahead of me. But can't be sure. Doe is going to sow bake here. Yeah, I really don't think that room was good, because if he had 5 more wood, he'd have a few less actions, maybe 3 less actions, but he'd have 15 fences. So I haven't bred yet. But I can eat a cow. And a pig. Yeah, and I'll be fine. So Oh, and that feeds me. Okay. William looking like Reno joinery is very likely. Cube cutter for Marushka. So he gets to get 2 points, basically. Who is going to stable next round? Maybe Marushka. Yep, the obvious Plauso. I could also stone and joinery with hardworking man. All right, let's get these obvious actions out of the way. Yeah, Muddy Puddles turned out to be a waste of 2 clay. Can't see that coming. Doe looks like he's taking wood. That makes sense. No one can fence. Marushka spent the wood on Cube Cutter, so that's not threatened. I assume William Reno joineries pretty soon, but probably a pig first is best for him. Indeed it is. My best action is now stable. Two wood is just a 1 point move. I might not have a better one. Because all 2 stone does is... oh no, it gets me a Reno over Doe. Right? Because Doe is short of stone. Yeah. Marushka gets a so down. That's nice. William's feeding is a tiny bit bad, so taking the 2 stone creates a decision point one way or another, I think. Reno and stable, I think, are fine end actions. Yeah, because with 1 clay and with 1 clay, I can buy either the sheep or pay pottery, and then beer will give me a 9th food. It's a fairly obvious beer coming from Doe. Yeah, Doe took the wood for 2 points instead of securing the Reno. Oh, well, that's a favorable cascading effect. Could even try to build fireplace on Reno because of the 4 clay, 6 clay around. And I would be losing a point of animals because I just can't hold them. It's, well, I don't know. I think it's okay. Yeah, no one can block it, and also, no, Marushka can't fence. Oh, well, yeah, but wow, that's a salty move. Nothing to do. I like the sound of that. I mean, I gotta think there's something to do for food. Marushka gets the sheep. I reno fireplace. Right? Because then I have the 6 clay moves, but William probably takes it just because. Um, yeah, I have to make the actions potentially worse for William, I think. No miner is pretty safe. Stables is still a 2-point move. Yep, I should be fed this way. Very much play ag poly. That's it's definitely something that's happening right now. Here, Doe could fence, but then one cow gets taken probably by Marushka if William doesn't. Excuse me. And William's going to reno here and then take an accumulation space last action. I'll build my 2-point stable. Doe playing beating rod for a cow, that's right. Yeah, William getting a nice 6 food there and baking 2 grain, that works pretty well. Or 1 grain in a beer stein. William had 2 grain in supply, right? Okay. Well, 42 doesn't seem high enough to beat me. I feel like I'm in mid-40s. Assuming beer. Okay, great. Well, Doe could have it because that's a huge beer stein. That's a salty, really fun comment from William. Ah, no. I helped him too much. Wow, I got pipped again. So 2 tourney games, 2 1-point second places. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm playing pretty well. Passing beating rod got me the Reno got Doe cow, so I didn't help him more than myself. Huh. Well, that's a game. Getting second place by 1 to a beer table and a 6 trigger childless. All right. Yeah, I guess I can't be too mad. I ran Homekeeper and grew third. I probably needed to fix up my mid game. I could have looked at the clay situation a bit more before playing Muddy Puddles. But the clay was there anyway by the end. Oh, man. Such a close game. Yeah, I really screwed over Marushka by all those stage 1 shenanigans. And he had such a fun game plan. Skillful Renovator Timber Shingle is a really nice combo. Oh, hey, Marushka. I'm sorry, bud. What am I supposed to do when I get double scales, though? Alright, I'm going to end the recording, but stay on the stream. Thanks for watching if you're on the VOD, and see you for the next one.